Hey guys, NS Productions 8114 here, and today we got a little bit of a special video, and I am sorry as of late I have not been uploading for the last 6 months. Summertime's always been busy, and spring and summertime this year was extremely busy for me, but doesn't mean I did not stop modeling. So, today I figured we'd do a special kind of video, and today we'll do an actual layout tour of the Norfolk Southern Lakeview sub, featuring my trains and my layout room, aka my bedroom. So here we are at the entrance to the Lakeview yard. Now, all the radiuses on this model railroad are either 22 inch or bigger, so the minimum radius is 22 inch. These are 22 inch. The inner and outer main lines are 24 inch on the outer, 22 on the inside, allowing me to run almost any kind of locomotive, freight car, passenger car, anything I really want to run here on the railroad. So I guess we'll start off here, going into the yard while our mainline freight goes around. So here in the yard, it's a 3-track yard as one can see. You got the main track here, which is your in and outbound track. There is a set of switches over there behind the television, where we'll get to here in a little bit, where we can go in and out of the yard on both ends. Now, going up the ladder, we got 2 storage tracks, but I use all 3 as storage. Coming off of this last track here, we come off into a little bit of a rip track area. Now there's 3 sets of tracks here. I use all 3 as rip tracks. In fact, the middle track here has got a Cadley Cutler height gauge permanently mounted. I do have a separate plastic one for when I'm doing work. But as you can see here, some of the latest projects and acquisitions I have in the front here. Some freight cars I'm working on. Some freight cars I was working on fixing up some details. So here's the stuff I've been working on as of late. Review on that coming up here probably next couple days. But as you can see, we got 2 tracks here, the 2 main lines with the 3 yard tracks along with the yard entrance, aka the yard lead track here. A little bit of maintenance away equipment here. And as you can see, we got a freight running, and we'll get the other one running here towards the end of the video. But now we're going to go off to the next section of the railroad, and we'll continue from the layout tour from there. Here we are on the other side of Lakeview Yard, as one can see. Here are the 3 tracks that come out of the yard. Now, they don't converge to one normal ladder. Instead, they come to 2 sets of switches here. This switch goes in for the actual track, the actual first track, which also acts like a yard, like I said, a yard lead, or in this case, it acts like a siding. And then we actually have the 2 ladder tracks here coming off here, and they converge into a number 5 turnout. All the turnouts on my road are a minimum of number 5. There's no snap switches or anything like that. Here's our train again. Now in the very back corner here, we got a scrap yard, which I'm currently working on making. As you can see, we got a scrap excavator with along with a tipper truck and a semi on the front. Once again, the outer main line is 24 inches and the inner one's 22. Coming along here, we come down the wall. Here we have a nice little gap over the display case, which, as you can currently see, is full of locomotives. We come over here, it's an 18-inch gap. So the front here is 2 Atlas bridge kits that I built, and then here's some 080 styrene in the middle to help support it. Underneath, in that gap there, I don't know if you can see, but I use more 080-inch styrene to continue along the main structure beams to kind of give it somewhat of support. Now on the back is just 2 regular Atlas bridge sets that you can find. They're 9 inches long. They're not a kit, they come as is. They all got nickel silver rails. Coming along here. Here we got the one corner here, and again, outer main line is 24 inches, inner main line is 22. But we also have a little storage track. Now this is some of the only part of the railroad where it's 18-inch curve, but since no locomotives actually go down here, it's more of a storage track, which I'm actually thinking about ripping out and either replacing or putting in something else over here. Here's the train again. One of the newest locomotives I've acquired as of late. As it decides to derail. Here we got the crossing and the drop bridge right here in front of the doorway. So the way I built this is, there's a door hinge there with just 2 bolts on this side holding it up. It is structurally sound enough to run the trains. Here we also got a set of crossovers which allow a set of crossovers there and here to allow me to change trains from track to track. Normally I don't. The grade crossing here does have working flashers. It's just they're not currently hooked up, and I also want to get a system to where they can be activated via the trains, because right now it's a manual activation. Coming along here, we got another corner here, and here honestly is where the most switching is. In the back we have a maintenance away track slash a equipment transfer track. I use it as a it's more of like a teen track, so they use it here to either store maintenance away equipment like this MOW gone here, or they use it to load and unload construction equipment to be taken down the railway. We got a whole bunch here, Matchbox, some HO scale stuff, mostly Matchbox here though actually, but Matchbox doesn't look too bad against HO scale stuff in the background. In the front here we got another little industry track. It's more of an off layout kind of industry. I'm thinking about adding maybe a little unloading dock here for box cars or whatever, and make it represent of an unloading dock for multiple things. But for right now, we got just rail box car sitting here. Coming along to here, main line here, there's a switch for the track, the little industry. Here I have this as a little storage track. Now it's not very big. The most it can hold like a 40-foot car, but right now it's holding my latest my newest piece of track cleaning equipment for my actual train for when I need actual maintenance train for when I run down the tracks. Coming along the wall here, you see we got another set of crossovers, and then there's the lead end to the yard. It's not a very big railroad, but it's enough for me to have fun. It is enough for me to run about normally on average a 30-car freight train on both tracks. It can't handle like I said, any kind of train with the curves. In fact, I have a UP big boy with matching aux tenders and 7 passenger cars, hoping to acquire more, made by River Rossi and modified to run better. Another thing about my railroad is it's all powered by an NCE power cab with an SB5 and DB5 booster. So I have 10 amps of power with 2 breakers to protect the power supply and the model trains from a short. It's in a 10 by 12 room, so the rough dimensions are 10 by 12, except for here in the corners they're 2 foot. They come out, they're 2 foot by 2 foot triangles. The actual railroad's set on 1 by 6 boards, which is about 5.5 inches wide for trains. In the corners, it's 5 inches out for the 1 by 6s. Here it's 2 extensions, but most of the railroad is built by 1 by 6s and plywood. The only place that's not 1 by 6s and plywood is the yard, which is 2 sheets of plywood, with the corners being 2 foot by 2 foot to allow the curves. And then the widest part here, it's 13 inches wide. Basically wide enough for the 2 main lines plus the yard tracks. So that's my little railroad, and that's the Norfolk Southern Lakeview sub. As I said, it's enough railroad for me to have fun. I normally run 2 to 3 engines per train. On average, I run about 3 locomotives per train because of the weight of these trains. Most of these freight cars are either modified to be heavier or they actually carry loads. In fact, I have a almost 40-car coal train that holds live loads, which I have not ran in a very long time. But most of the time I run manifest freight trains, which is the freight trains I like because of the variety of cars and the colors and all the fun stuff. I mean, there's a X chassis system, 100-ton hopper car, and 4 rail box cars, 1 patch for Canadian National, 1 for rail box, 1 for A box, and another 1 patch for the Southern Railway. But so this is a Norfolk Southern Lakeview sub, like I said. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will be coming out with a review of that. That is a Rapido, my first and only Rapido locomotive. I will be doing a special review on that probably within the next couple days. And then we should also have another Lakeview Backshots video. There's been quite a bit of a development on that front when it comes to new acquisitions and a very big update for project locomotives. Let's just say it right now, I am currently sitting at only 1 project locomotive that is left, and it is in the repaint stage. So after the repaint is done, it's going to be in the decal stage, and then waiting a new decoder. Because, spoiler alert, it's a Broadway Limited engine, so that narrows it down to very few Broadway Limited engines. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's catch the latest Heritage unit going by, the 1066, the New York Central. As one can see, I am a fan of the New York Central, hence why I got quite a bit of stuff. I got a Hudson, a Niagara, ABA set of Erie builds, an ABA set of Sharks, an AA set of E8/E9s, and a U25B. All in the New York Central paint scheme. I live along the famous water level route. Now double track main line, which was at one time 4 tracks wide, along with the X nickel plate, hence why I also have some nickel plate stuff too. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Please stay tuned for the latest video, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.